Where did
Ben, can I stop you for a moment? I see that we are at least 6 feet apart and we are outdoors. I think I'd have a better time understanding you, and you might have a better time understanding me if we remove our masks temporarily while we're seated. You okay with that? Okay.
All right.
Oh, much better.
Welcome to Between Two Furs. I am Say Your Name, and I'm here today with William Matthews. Do you go by Will or Bill?
I go by Matt.
Oh, you're left.
I'm Matthew Williams.
It says... I got written down that... You sure?
Yes, William was my father and my grandfather.
Okay.
And my great-grandfather.
And so...
And my great
So you go by the last name then, Matt. As the last. Because I got written here that it's William Matthews.
Williams is my surname. Matthew is my first name.
Is your middle name comma?
No.
Oh.
It's J.
Okay. Well, maybe that's a J. That comma looks like... Okay. So, Matt.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And so we're here at Sky Lake. When was Sky Lake founded?
Well, Sky Lake itself was created in when the last glacier left this area.
When was that?
About 10,000 years ago.
Can you be more specific?
10,147 years ago.
Okay. Thank you.
Give or take a few hundred years, maybe.
Yeah. Those few hundred years matter here, so okay. And who named Sky Lake?
God.
Okay. And
were you talking about like when Sky Lake Camp and Retreat Center was?
Yeah, I was looking.
Oh, got it. 1947, and we were pretty sure that the previous owner, by the name of Willis Sharp Kilmer, named Sky Lake.
Were they 4 at the time? Were they 4 years old? Were they just like Sky Lake? And then done for the day, I'll take an early lunch?
Yeah, I think that probably was, give or take a few decades. He was about 4.
I have a 4-year-old, and I feel like he would name this place Pickle Ice Cream Lake, which just consider it maybe a possible name change. All right, and so this segment is called Between Two Furs. Are we actually between furs?
No, we're under spruce trees, actually.
Spruce trees. Okay, are there furs at all here? Can you point? I have no idea what a fur actually looks like.
Not right here. We do have furs on the property.
Okay,
but not right here.
So would we be between two furs somewhere on the property?
Yes.
Okay, that must be a okay. All right, and so you're the director here at Sky Lake?
I am.
And what animal is the hardest to direct?
Probably the red squirrel.
Red squirrel, okay.
Yeah.
What's the problem with red squirrels?
They are super active and have no attention span.
Okay. And what do you do to try and direct them?
Try to employ success counseling methods. Socratic questioning was chewing through the wall of a building a good life decision. Was it pro-social? Usually by the time we get that question out, they're long gone.
Okay.
The gray squirrels kind of stand off to the side and just snicker when we're doing it.
So gray squirrels are preferable to red squirrels?
Something like that.
Okay. All right. And so we're here really to talk about Church in the Wild. What's the idea with Church in the Wild?
To take the kind of blow up our thinking about what church is and then reimagining what it could be. And for us, it's about getting outdoors, getting out into the creation of God's handiwork out here, John Muir has a quote, something along the lines of, I'd rather be outside thinking about God than indoors. And we say, why not do both?
Okay. And what made you want to be a part of this?
Well, I had a friend invite me.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay.
I also like being outdoors.
Okay.
So it was like win-win. Friend invite me, be outdoors.
Okay. And does Church in the Wild have a mascot?
I've been pushing for a red squirrel.
Red squirrel mascot. Okay.
Yeah, that or a black bear.
A red squirrel or a black bear. Okay.
Or a fox.
So would you prefer multiple mascots?
Yes.
And what would...
I think that's just indicative of our commitment to inclusivity.
Okay. To have...
Yeah.
What would you name the mascot? Or what would the mascot name itself? If that were...
I don't want to presume that I can name a creature when they have the agency to be able to name themselves.
I will give you that ability to name it just for this one instance.
I'd probably go with a Welsh name.
Okay. Yeah, I've been told that you're really into Welsh.
I'll go.
Okay. Are you just a fan of the standard grape juice, or do you dabble in some of the other?
That's Welsh.
Would you? Is that what you are into? What how do you say it?
Welsh.
And say the other one?
Welch.
And what's the difference?
One's from Wales, one's from Ohio.
Moving on. What's the wildest thing you've done at Sky Lake?
The wildest? Started a one-match fire with no match.
And how did that go?
It was really awesome.
So, is that just animals?
Yes.
Is that the red squirrel?
Likely a squirrel. It could also be a chipmunk. We have,
Is it upset that you didn't choose it as one of the mascots if it's a chipmunk?
No. If they were really upset, they would start throwing cones at us from the top
ice cream
of the
cones.
trees. I wish ice cream cones, but generally, spruce cones, hemlock cones, pine cones.
Okay. Do you not have ice cream cones here?
Sometimes.
Okay. All right. And so, if someone was so moved by this amazing interview that they wanted to somehow get involved with Church in the Wild, what are some ways that they could find out more?
They could visit churchinthewild.org, or
is that a place?
It's a great place on the interwebs.
Okay.
Yes. They could like the Church in the Wild Facebook page. They could follow along on the Instagram. And there's a lot of information on both what the church is kind of developing as guiding principles, but also information on upcoming events.
And when are things going to really pick up for Church in the Wild? 10,741 years?
No, more like 10,000 hours. There, give or take a few score of 24 hours. Coming up soon, Church in the Wild is co-sponsoring a day apart for clergy persons of all faiths here at Sky Lake. And then the following weekend, also co-sponsoring a volunteer work day to come and do projects around camp.
Do they have to bring their own wild animal?
Yes. As long as it's, has its rabies shots and can be on a leash.
not a wild animal, but like a wild tame animal.
Right. Stuffed animals preferable in this occasion.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, that's all the note cards I have. This has been Between Two Furs, and with our guest Billy Matthews. Matt Williams. Sorry. Thank you.